Thought it was a solid win on Saturday, something we can build off of. Again, I was very pleased with our crowd. Hope they'll come back again this week. I think the defense in particular fed off that. I thought the students showing up was really, really important. So encourage those guys to come back this weekend and help us. Coming out of the game, we're relatively healthy. Momo Sonogo will have surgery tomorrow. He'll be out roughly 10 weeks. So that's we'll know more, but that's what we're looking at is 10 weeks on Momo. But moving on, Southeast Louisiana, a lot of respect for Frank Selfo. Very, very good offensive mind. He's always been good on offense everywhere he's been. He has a veteran quarterback that's a transfer from Fresno. They also have Cole Kelly that transferred from Arkansas, so they have two very capable quarterbacks. They have very, very good skill guys. They have a running back that transferred from Indiana. So very, very good skill guys and a quarterback that can distribute the ball. So they'll test us on the perimeter. Defense, Coach Guidry's coming over from McNeese State. He's always been very good defensively. Moving around, a lot of blitzes, a lot of pressure. So they do some things that give you some trouble. So we'll have to prepare well and go play well this week.
Raise your hand if you have a question. Bring the microphone to you.
Matt, how important is it for the defense to put two games back to back like that, and what kind of confidence do you see growing in that unit?
Yeah, I just think it's important just to keep building and keep getting better every week, and that's what we've been preaching. I think the confidence is growing. I think they believe in the system and they have confidence in the system, but it's important to keep improving on that every week because we're certainly not perfect on either side of the ball. There's a lot of things that we need to get corrected and have a sense of urgency to go get fixed.
Matt, with Momo missing time, we assume Jaquez, Dante, Willie are all going to have to step up. What did you see from those guys in film on Saturday, and what do you expect from them moving forward?
It just reiterates what we're always talking about being ready to play. Jaquez wasn't getting that many snaps, but he kept preparing, and so it can happen at any position. You're always one play away from having to step in there, and he was prepared. He stepped in, was our leading tackler. So I think that's a good lesson to every position on the football team.
Matt, can you just talk a little bit about the improvements you saw from Matt Corral from week one to what he did Saturday night and being named SEC Freshman of the Week?
Yeah, I thought that was a great honor from Matt and a great job of bouncing back. He seemed much more comfortable, and the ball was going to the right spot. If you look at the quarterback as a point guard, the ball was going to the right spot a lot more times with chances to make plays and one-on-one and handing the ball off into the good looks and things like that, pulling it some. And obviously there's some things that we got to get corrected, but I thought the ball was going to the right place a lot of the time.
Coach, what do you think of Nick Broker's performance? Saw him in there a little bit, just the injection of a little new bodies on the offensive line.
I thought he played well. Nick is a guy you're never going to have to worry about his effort. He plays the game the way it's supposed to be played. And, again, a lot of room for improvement, but I like the energy, and obviously it helped keep us fresh. Made Mike Howard play better because he was more rested there in the fourth quarter, and he played better because of that. So I thought just like your perception, he just a lot of energy and played really hard. A lot of things technically that we can clean up, but I did think he played well.
Do you anticipate both of them rotating at left tackle going forward, kind of like you did the other night?
Yeah, absolutely, same rotation.
Coach, speaking of improvement, talk about the whole offensive line. It looked like a much cleaner effort than Memphis.
It was. They played better, and still some things that we could get corrected. I was really happy that we were able to win the rushing battle because that was a mindset with us trying to go in and stop Boyd, and for us to outrush them, that was a big difference. And then at the end of the game, getting some first downs, milking the clock some, and then Scotty having the long run to kind of put it away. I thought that was big.
How important was that game for the offense as a whole, just from a confidence perspective off of week one, just seeing that this can work?
Yeah, again, there's a lot of young players that are getting their feet wet, and we have to continue to get better. And it was improvement, but there needs to be more improvement from week 2 to week 3, and then that's what we're looking for. We're looking to get better. We did seem more comfortable last week than we did the first week, and we just need to continue that improvement as we move on to week 3.
You talked a lot last week about wanting to get the ball out faster against Arkansas. Did you think that Matt did that a little bit better?
I did. I thought his comfort level was good. The ball was coming out to the right spots, and some guys made some plays. Saw Elijah make some plays. Saw Drummond make some plays. We got the ball on the perimeter, you know, to Ely a couple times. So I thought for the most part it was good.
Back end of the defense, Kedron Smith has kind of come around. What's your analysis of the secondary so far?
You know, I thought they've played well with their eyes. They've, for the most part, made some plays on the deep ball. A couple times they didn't this past game, but they were right there. And so I don't know, I think their eyes have been better. They seem more confident on the deep balls and playing the deep balls. And then they're going to be tested this week with the amount of skilled players and the speed that Southeast Louisiana has. They're going to be tested maybe more on the perimeter than they have in the first two games.
We had two guys, I think it was Ryder Anderson and Alex Givens, that just gotten overheated in the game. Is that what happened when they
Yeah,
went
I
out?
just Ryder was fine. I think he just got I think he was cramping a little bit, and then Alex just got winded and tired. But he came back practice yesterday. He was fine.
Matt, typically, I mean, you look at this game as the big school, the little school. When you face this FCS game once a year, what's the challenge in keeping the guys focused?
You know, and you don't want to use coaches speak, but we really have to focus on getting better. The same improvement we saw from week 1 to week 2, we need to see from week 2 to week 3. We have so many young players, and Southeast Louisiana, they present unique challenges on both sides of the ball. And so we're going to have to prepare well, and then us go improve from week 2 to week 3, and you know, really focus on doing the little things better, technique-wise, and getting better in every area because we can.
Were you pleasantly surprised to be able to get some quarterback pressure with 3-man and 4-man rush rather than have to send the 6 or 7?
Yeah, anytime you can get some pressure with your down guys without having to bring pressure, it's an added bonus. But I was really impressed with our outside linebackers and us being able. That's the unique thing about the 3-4 is they don't ever really know where that fourth rusher's coming from, or you can drop 8. And it's just a little bit harder to see, and you can disguise a little bit better. And Coach McIntyre has done a good job of mixing some 6-man pressures, 5-man, 4-man, dropping 8, bringing 3, and just really mixing it up and keeping the offense off balance.
Anything else? Matt, how big was it to respond to that sudden change? They get a scoop and score and go, and all of a sudden, you know, momentum grabbed by Arkansas, but your guys came right back.
You know what? It was big, and I went up to Cooley because it was, for him, it was shades of 2017. You know, with the fumble, I was like, hey man, this is a different team. We're gonna be all right, and let's go. And we responded, and you know, Elijah made a big play, and so that was big. I mean, it was huge. There were several big plays in the game, but obviously us responding to that was very big.